Lady Shan, none them season, you know what's going on. We're live and direct. Facts, stats, and data. If you can't back it up, we don't want to hear from you. If you're not talking about facts, stats, and data, we don't want to hear about it. Leave your opinion at the door. Let's go.
Landlord in the beauty city. Hey guys. Well. Lady Shan is back in the Buddhism. It's a delayed Buddhism, but it's an observant Buddhism. I see you. What are you talking about, Shan? So, we, as everybody knows, we have a mega fight on our hands coming up on Friday the 19th of December with Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. At the time of filming, this is Tuesday the 16th of December. We are in 2025. And the co-main is Alycia Baumgardner versus 𝐬𝐮𝐫𝐞. And it was just interesting to hear a take that what Alycia Baumgardner, when they sat down with Cameron, I'm not sure why Cameron was the one interviewing, like a cat. Maybe because it's casual boxing fan, and it's geared towards a casual boxing fan base. Maybe, who knows. But Alycia Baumgardner, when asked about Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul and her prediction and what she thought the outcome could be. Remember, Alycia Baumgardner is now signed with MVP Promotions, was it MV Promotions, Most Valuable, Jake Paul's company. And she had this to say. Stand by.
Next question.
Say no more.
Yeah.
Predictions, Layla, for the fight this Friday on the main event, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. Who do you think's going to win that fight, and how are they going to win it?
I gotta go with AJ. I'm gonna go with the decision, actually, because
Think he's going to go the distance?
I think so, because Jake has really good footwork, can move around very good in the ring, but also when you're fighting someone heavier, it's really hard on the stamina, on you, basically, on physically it's very hard. So because of that, I think it's gonna drain him. Yeah. So
What do you think?
I see a knockout. Listen, one thing about Jake, he believes in himself, and some may call it delusion, but he has a puncher's chance, and it only takes one punch and great timing. And I know that he's been working, and I know who he's working with. So that crunk style, will speak for itself.
Okay, so as you could hear, Baudouin gave a prediction. She was closer to the truth, but she said she thinks it goes the distance and Anthony Joshua will win on points. Okay. And then we had Alycia Baumgardner, who said what she said, that basically, he's been dropped before but gives Jake a puncher's chance. Against against a heavyweight like Anthony Joshua. So that lets me know that Anthony Joshua is levels above Jake Paul, and if you're thinking that Jake Paul has got a really, just only, like I said, a puncher's chance, because Anthony Joshua is like a heavyweight like Anthony Joshua, like a heavyweight like Anthony Joshua, or is it not? Because I heard Jake Paul describe Anthony Joshua as basic, kind of like average, just okay. And I was wondering, where did he possibly get that from? Because if you think that Anthony Joshua is basic, like this team, and if Alycia Baumgardner doesn't believe that Anthony Joshua is a great boxer, and he beats Jake Paul, what does that make Jake Paul then? But I'm going to show you, I sat down with Alycia Baumgardner 3 years ago now in 2022 when she had her upcoming fight with Michaela Mayer, and she just starched Terry Harper at 130. And the topic of Anthony Joshua I brought up because Anthony Joshua just lost his first fight to Usyk, and the rematch was approaching. And she had this to say. Stand by.
Tyson Fury, Wilder, they all have made their mark in the sport of boxing. That's where the greatest comes from, in my eyes.
Yeah, got you. And so now, your thoughts on Anthony Joshua? Anthony Joshua as a boxer, AJ as a boxer, AJ with Usyk losing to Usyk, and then AJ rematch. So let's start with AJ. Your thoughts on AJ as a boxer?
I don't think he's all that technically sound. I think he has the basics of what a boxer. He knows the basics of how a boxer knows how to do. So he's gonna try his best. But again, experience speaks, natural ability speaks. You can be naturally athletic and not have the ability to be the best boxer. Not downing his skill set, but it's not at a higher level than some heavyweight fighters.
So you wouldn't consider Anthony Joshua one of the best heavyweights in our era?
In my eyes, it's yes or no. It just depends on how you look at it, to be honest.
No, just say it how in your eyes. There's no wrong or right answer. It's just how you feel, for real. It's no wrong or right answer.
I look at it on both sides. I look at, because I'm a fighter, so I don't discredit what they do in the sport. But if I'm going to say, nah, he's not really the best in my eyes. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, he's not one of the best. Not the best. I'm just saying he's not one of the best.
He's just okay.
Yeah. That's quite interesting, because someone that's twice unified heavyweight champion of the world, not considered one of the best by a boxer. That blows my mind.
It's a boxer's point of view and a fan point of view. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look.
Interessante.
I was like, okay. So, you can see Alycia Baumgardner doesn't rate Anthony Joshua at all. So it's changed from over there at 3 years ago, it was, he's not one of the best. And she lists off. If you go and check out my interview in full, I'll actually link it in the description so you can watch it in full. She gave praises to Tyson Fury as being the best heavyweight. She gave praises to Deontay Wilder. It's being, one of the best heavyweights but Tyson Fury is one of the best to ever do it. And I was challenging, is he an ATG, up with Ali? And, people like Sonny Liston and Mike Tyson and stuff like that. But then when it came to Anthony Joshua, it was, he's just okay. So, is he okay? Because in 2022, you thought he's okay. In 2025, now he's facing Jake Paul. If he's just basic on average, or he's just okay and he's not one of the best, you've just said now he's literally, you've alluded to that he's a great heavyweight. So which one is it? That's all I'm saying. So sometimes you just, you can interview boxers and they swing like this, but sometimes they just tell you they don't rate you, and that's just the bottom line of it. They just don't rate you, and obviously she just doesn't rate Anthony Joshua. But if you don't rate Anthony Joshua and Anthony Joshua beats Jake Paul, then are you gonna rate Anthony Joshua? So it was just something that caught my attention as I watched the full interview of Jake Paul putting out on his MVP YouTube, or it could have been, I think that was on MVP YouTube. Very insightful. I'd tell you guys to go ahead and check out, all of his you know, posts and what they're posting on the lead up to this fight is very insightful. It's very entertaining. I think Jake Paul's a nut, and he called Anthony Joshua basic. So obviously, you know, I guess him and Alycia have been both saying, you know, he's basic, because then he comes out and says he's basic and he doesn't have, like, you know, the skill set. Exactly what Alycia said, like, doesn't have really the skill set. So obviously that's what they've been discussing. I think it had to be, because she said that to me 3 years ago, and then Jake Paul comes in and says, oh, literally the same thing. So let's see this lack of skill set, this okay heavyweight. Let's see what he does to Jake Paul. Guys, I'd like you to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm always usually in my comment section, maybe an hour or two after. I even, you know, after even that, but I tend to be a little bit more active in the first and second hour. So I just thought I'd bring it up to me, to you, from you to me. 𝐸𝐻𝐫𝐿, brothers, 𝐸𝐻𝐫𝐿. Anyway, I'm gone. Hey girl, it's Lady Shan, rep none less. Come on with Shan. 𝐿𝐮𝐻𝐫𝐿. Okay, the average skill set. Let's see what it does and if it gets Jake Paul's soul to leave the booties in. 𝐿𝐮𝐻𝐫𝐿.